Alright, out here at Warville Shooting Range today. We got Grandma's 22 revolver all loaded up, ready to do some work. I just replaced the firing hammer spring inside the handle. Well, not really replaced it, but fixed the tension on it because it wasn't hitting hard enough to ignite the primers on these little rimfire 22s. So I didn't have a spring to replace it, so what I did is I stacked like a tiny little nut or two underneath the spring through the pin that goes through that spring and actuates the hammer. So it's a little bit tighter now, should have some more tension on it. I made sure that it all still functions well, cleaned it up, and we'll see if she works. Can only hope. Got our little target out there. Itty bitty little thing and not focused at all. We got a shitty ass camera. But you know, that's how these things work. Yep, time to see if she's gonna work. It's got that old patina look to it. You know, some old scum. That was my name back in high school. Old scum. No, it wasn't. What am I talking about? Alright, let's get to it. I'm excited to know if my craftsmanship is worth noting, or if I just cleaned up a wall piece, because that might just be a wall piece from now on if it doesn't fire. See, now we got another little weird situation here on our hands. I'm not sure if the guys that showed up next to me, we both showed up at the same time here at the shooting range. I'm not sure if they're ready to shoot or not. And I don't want to be that guy. It's like, are you ready? I'm ready. You ready? I'm ready. But, you know, I'm ready. So, I guess I'll wait until they're ready. I hate waiting. Just hate it. Well, bullets are flying. And the man is behind the gun slinging lead. So, I think it's about that time. Let's get her done. Well, never mind, everyone. Looks like we have a wall ornament now. We got very, very light primer strike. Is that focused? Doesn't look focused to me. Let's do that. We got very, very, very light primer strikes. Well, guess there's a time for everything. Dang. Looks like I am going to be putting new spring in this pistol. Better one, stronger one, stiffer one. Something that's actually going to fling this hammer forward hard enough. Because right now, that is not hard enough. That's not doing it. Dang. Alright, back to the drawing board. Well, it looks like it's a good time to quit too, because everyone's showing up. So, thanks for watching. I'll get this thing fixed up, and I'll see you next time. Well, I take it back. We're not quite gone yet, because I want to look into this a little bit closer. Look on in the handle and show you what I'm dealing with, because why not? So, without further ado, let's get into it. And time for our mystery mousket tool. If you know what that is, bingo, it's called the Leatherman, because I don't know where any of my straight slots are. So, Leatherman, here we go. We are gonna, let's back that out, yeah, like that. We are going to go ahead and remove this screw right here. And that is going to remove our handle. And I can show you our mechanism for our hammer and our spring, what I'm going to do and what I already did. So let's get to it. Alright, so we got our handle off with just that one straight slot screw right there, or as some of you knuckleheads like to call it, a flathead. It's not a flathead, it's a straight slot. It might have a flathead to a screw, but it is a straight slot. But anyhow, got our handle off. This is the spring that I'm talking about. It does not have the balls, and what I did before I went to the shooting range is I replaced the spring after installing a nut to space it, make it a little bit tighter, because when you pull the hammer back, you can see it compresses that spring. Release that. There we go. But it compresses that spring, which pushes on the back side of this hammer and allows it to drop forward, but it, gives it tension. Moves your trigger, all that works together because it's double action. But still does not have enough strength to fire off a 22. It's not hitting that primer hard enough. So I guess maybe I replace the spring with a stiffer spring if I can find one, or maybe I try to stack another nut in there, make that spring tighter. I'm not sure. I think I probably just need to get a new spring, but until then, well, it's just a wall ornament for now. So that's kind of disappointing, but that's alright. I thought it would work, but I guess not. And once you pull this pin out right here, this whole lower half and trigger assembly comes out of the upper half of the gun. And there's a small little spring right inside of here that controls the little arm that rocks up and down and locks your cylinder into place. Well, that is a real pain in the ass to get lined back up once you get this all back in there, because you have to get the hammer up and through first and then rock that forward and somehow get that spring to fit up inside of there at the same time. That took me probably the better half of an hour to get that to go in there correctly, so that once you pull your trigger, it is catching and pushing along the bottom. It catches inside those grooves, and on the other side there's a little finger that when you pull the trigger it pushes the cylinder around. That part's not so hard to get figured out, but this spring over here, that's a pain in the ass. This is also a pain in the ass to get in there. I can barely get it under or in there with the tension that it's under, but maybe if I just get a stiffer spring of some sort somehow, I think it'll work. I don't know. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know in the comments below. I'm no gunsmith. I'm just a redneck trying to make shit work. Alrighty. And again, and as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Hopefully with a working 22 revolver.